The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the Morning Crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And it's been a few days, so Brian and Kenzie want to give you a bonus mashup to get started this morning.
Ew.
Check this one out.
It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact. And if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is to stay away, mother. It's just one of those days. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit. Let it slip, or you'll be leaving with a fat lip.
There you go, bonus content.
Oh, I like that.
That was Limp Bizkit Nookie.
That's fun.
Yeah, with Queen. Nice little mashup there to get started on Monday after a long weekend. Hopefully,
I think I preferred it like that.
should we do that one every Monday then?
I like it.
We can start with that the first thing on the text line. Kenzie hasn't been on the text line for a week, so 312-591-8300. Your fingers won't know what to do. It's like, warm them up, you know?
But they want to know how to type. Right?
Yeah.
Do you think my first experience with the typing was when I started working here?
Forget typing. I thought it was, actually.
Oh, my God.
So check in if we can open up Mondays with that one if you want to. Man, it feels good to be back in here after some days off, right? Does it or no? Would you rather have more days off?
Yeah,
Or?
you know what? I always say that I'm so much better. I'm better at my job at the beginning of the week because when you do like finally get some sleep and you feel amped up and you're like, okay, like I woke up before my alarm went off because like mentally I'm like, okay, can't forget to get up tomorrow.
Let's go.
And then by Thursday morning, I'm like, somebody kill me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be.
All comes back pretty quick.
Yeah, no, it hits you really quick.
And hopefully you guys, like after, this morning, people still traveling back. I know O'Hare was a disaster last night. My brother was trying to take his kid he's flying back to college, and the line of the cars apparently at O'Hare was backed up so far onto the highway that people were getting off with their luggage like 2 miles from O'Hare, just then walking in from there.
Oh my God! It looked like the scene from Trains, Planes, and Automobiles where he's walking from the car rental lot.
God.
Yeah, it was madness. I left on the Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I flew out, and it was still bumping, backed up. Oh my God! And I'm like, geez, I kind of thought I was traveling. And I did a weird flight. I did an 8:30 p.m. flight on a Saturday. I'm like, oh, it'll be dead. It was insane. It's one of the longest I've ever waited for security at O'Hare.
No kidding.
I was in the security line for like a good 45 minutes.
Like Saturday night almost?
Yeah, it was Saturday.
Weird.
It was literally Saturday night. You had an 8:30. I got there at 8:30 at night to the airport.
That's wild.
And it was backed up like crazy.
At that time, I was having Kansas City barbecue.
Yeah,
We drove Saturday morning. I was at the Monday Night Football game, the Eagles-Chiefs on Monday night, but we drove out Saturday morning, got there just in time. I got to say, Kansas City barbecue lives up to the name. Like a lot of things are overhyped. It's not. It's freaking delicious. But I'll tell you, for your experience there, I had to drive through downstate Illinois to Springfield and then go through Missouri. Oh. There's nothing except for windmills. There's some windmills, like those ones that power.
They name it Missouri for a reason.
Missouri has nothing. I thought we were going to run out of gas without seeing a gas station.
Do you know how many food recommendations we're now about to get for Missouri and things to do?
If somebody has a recommendation for Missouri, I'd like to hear it because there's nothing there. I bought lottery tickets every time we stop for gas because usually people in the middle of nowhere win those things. I didn't win. We didn't win.
And you didn't win. Look at that.
Didn't win, but I thought I'd try it that way. But
I like that your thought process is the people who aren't in the super expensive, they always win. I'm like, I don't think so.
There's
they're always winning.
Somebody like Hannibal, Missouri, wins the lottery, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to try, and I'll steal their money and bring it back here to Chicago.
Well, there's a lot of places on this earth, Brian, in the United States. There's always somebody in a city I haven't heard of.
Right.
They're not all going to surround you.
Bastards. Well, when's the last time I'll be in Hannibal, Missouri? So I bought a lottery ticket to see what happened.
Yeah, it didn't go too well.
It didn't work.
No.
It didn't work.
What is it called? Hannibal?
Hannibal.
Oh, that's creepy.
It is. It's where Mark Twain was born. I saw a sign.
Really? So a lot happens there.
Not since Mark Twain.
It was a big guy.
When did he die? Mark Twain.
When did I'm just going to whip that out like I was there.
I'll do a little Google search. 1910.
Yeah.
So nothing's happened.
Not even a thought. I was in a twinkle in an eye yet, right?
So nothing happened since 1910 in Missouri.
Oh my God, Mark Twain.
We were going to stop at the museum. There's a sign that says, the Mark Twain Historical Birth Site. You can see his house. And I'm kind of like, do we want to really stop and see his house? I mean, it's just a house. I mean, I like history, but I was like, we're making
Whatever.
good.
If you found out a band was from that house, you'd have been there in force. You would have risked Megan's life.
Oh, if Limp Bizkit was from there, I would have stopped in there.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And this may be the most important fact that makes your brain go all year. So we're getting near the end of the year. If we go calculate all of them. Kenzie, I mean this. This one may be the most important.
Why is it important? What does it do?
Because here it is. Coming up.
Oh, you're going to do it.
No, well, at 6:30, I'll give you a little tease first here.
Oh,
At
jeez.
6:30, we'll tell you what it is.
What a roller coaster you put me on.
I know. It's very emotional.
Gosh.
So it'll be the exact moment you have to throw away all your Thanksgiving leftovers. So the exact moment you have to throw them away to be safe and live. Otherwise, you're going to die if you eat them.
Wow. That's a lot. That's an aggressive statement.
These are facts.
Yeah.
And it is a fact that makes your brain go. And we'll have that for you at 6:30 because I know you still be eating them right now, this morning maybe even.
Did you have some more?
Oh, I had a turkey with some eggs this morning. I put some of that turkey
disgusting.
sandwich. Yeah, it was delicious. A little cranberry turkey on the eggs.
Oh.
No?
No.
Oh, listen. How many people out there are still eating leftovers? You can check in at 312-591-8300. But this is the exact moment you have to get rid of them or you're going to die if you eat them. And that's coming up in seconds.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, it is time for a fact that makes your brain go with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Again, might be the most important one that can save your life today. And that is the exact moment you should be getting rid of your Thanksgiving leftovers. Now, if you're like me, you ate some this morning at 3:30 a.m. with your eggs, a little bit of cranberry. Case the producer, I got to imagine. Now, he went out for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, do you even have leftovers because you went out to a restaurant?
So normally I do, but I had an aunt and uncle join us at Thanksgiving this year, and they
Bastards.
took all of the leftovers. They took all of the leftovers.
Wait, what?
They took everything that was on the table, kind of in a way that was like, oh, I guess we'll take those, and then they just did.
Oh.
Did they pay more?
No.
Okay, and be honest, because your parents were in. Did you pay any though?
Did I pay any?
Did you spend any money?
I did not.
Yeah, okay, so you can't complain.
Well, no, I can a little bit. I wanted leftovers.
But you spent no money. You already got a free meal.
That's right.
Wait. But did the aunt and uncle pay anything?
They paid something, but not the majority.
What'd they do? Say, like, we'll pay 10% through their card in? Or they...
I don't. There was a whole thing with paying. I don't know.
I would imagine your parents threw down a card and they threw down a card and got splitsies.
Or they threw down a 20. They just threw down a cash. And it was probably like $500.
Is that what happened?
My parents threw down a card, and then they were zelled the money by my aunt and uncle.
Oh, that means you can make your own amount. See, when it's credit cards, you got to go.
But they probably it was Joe's, right?
Yes.
Oh, you got to get those Let Us Entertain You points?
They did.
Yeah.
They had a code and everything. I didn't know anything about that.
Oh, it's the best. It's almost scratch-off season, baby.
Can you explain to me what Let Us Entertain You is real quick? Because I don't know what it is.
Oh, my God. You guys. Do you have this, Brian?
Yes, Let Us Entertain You restaurants are the best in the country here in Chicago.
And they're everywhere. By the way, they're not even just in Chicago. There was a ton in Minneapolis. There's tons in Vegas. They're everywhere. So if you're traveling, it's a really good thing to have, too. So tons and tons of restaurants. It's not like 3 of them. Like, if you go on this app, it is insane. You can get the Let Us Entertain You app. You can download it. And I do not have an endorsement. I really wish I did. I would love that so much. But anyways, you have your account, and their reward system's insane. My husband and I have over $400 in our Let Us Entertain You system.
Good Lord.
Right now. They give you such good money back. And then when they have scratch-offs, this is really cool. So if you eat at any of their restaurants during scratch-off time and you have the account, every time you eat, you can win up to 5 times the normal points, which could instantly be like $30.
Wow, we should really do that dinner with the 4 of us we've been talking about. You guys should take Brian and I out to dinner.
Yeah, I got those points.
I'm sorry, my husband and I should take you and Brian out? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it'd be a good time.
That's exactly what he said.
Okay.
Brian and I are basically a couple.
Oh my God.
Come on now.
You guys both have relationships.
What am I going to do? Invite my girlfriend? I want to hang out with Brian.
Oh my
No.
God.
There's so much more to Case's Thanksgiving we'll get into in a minute. But
But I gotta say, if they got the points, I mean, how could you complain?
Yeah, so he went to Joe's Seafood, right?
Yes.
So that's where he had Thanksgiving dinner.
God, I love that place.
It is wonderful.
Is it busy at Thanksgiving?
Packed.
That shocks me.
Every table filled.
Wow.
We had to change our reservation from 5 people to 8 people, and they almost didn't let us do that. And this was a month before Thanksgiving because all their tables were already filled.
Holy crap.
You guys are doing it wrong if you make Thanksgiving at home. Go out to a restaurant. It's more fun.
No, it's not. It's better to be at the house and have you can.
And what, cleaning and getting stressed out?
I didn't clean anything.
My man.
Oh, God.
No, but having that leftovers at the house, I just like the house vibe. I think it'd be weird to go to Thanksgiving at a restaurant, but hey, you do you and you didn't get any leftovers.
No, I didn't. I was really, leaving the restaurant, I was like, I know I just had this great meal, but I'm bummed out.
Yeah, it's
You
really
got
bumming.
a free meal from Joe's, and you still found a way to be negative off. Like, you thought people who helped pay for the meal had the audacity to take leftovers.
Not negative, just constructive criticism in the future. Maybe
You should pay some money.
Maybe kick a pie, maybe kick a leftover pie down the table for me.
But you're an adult man, and you spent nothing. Like, it's not like they brought their 12-year-old.
No, but I'm still the baby of the family. I am the youngest one there.
Well, also,
boy.
what do you have? Bitch arms? Is that what you have?
I have little bitch arms.
Little bitch arms. They couldn't reach the leftovers. That's the problem.
Well, it's not the length that's concerning, it's the width. It's the fact that I have no muscle. I couldn't fight my uncle if I had to.
Is this your uncle that was in Vietnam?
Different uncle, but thank you for asking.
That was Jimbo, right?
Jimbo, who I did not see for Thanksgiving, have not seen him in a while. Hope he's doing okay.
You got an honorable
You
discharge.
should check in with him.
All right, so we're talking about leftovers, and the exact second you have to get rid of them so you don't die when you eat them, and that is right now at 6:37 a.m. right here on the Monday, because if you eat them past today or even today, now I eat mine at 3:30 in the morning. We'll see what happens throughout the show. But because the bacteria build up, food scientists say you have to finish it today. Throw them away today if you haven't eaten them by now. Now, what are we, 4 days from Thanksgiving? Thursday, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's the 4th day since it.
4th day.
But I still have quite a bit. I have some pie, blueberry pie. I have some cranberries. I have some mashed potatoes and stuffing. Not much turkey. I finished it up this morning. So we'll see what happens.
There is things that you can freeze, though. This is what's important. You do leftovers for like 2 days, right?
Yeah.
Then you freeze food.
After they've been sitting in the fridge for a couple days?
Yeah, you can do it for like 2 days.
Really?
I mean, not when you should throw it away. That's not when you freeze it. But if it's before the throwaway period, and then like your turkey's really good to freeze. We always make like a baked mac and cheese. We have a very southern like Thanksgiving. Ooh. So we have baked mac and cheese, pasta. So it's pasta like a noodle. Those freeze really well. A lot of that food freezes good. So that's the trick. Do leftovers for a day or two. Then sometimes you're like, okay, I've had this a few days in a row. You freeze it. You whip that sucker out in like 3 weeks. Okay, when you don't have time to cook. And it's on and popping all over again.
I would have thought you had to freeze it right away if you're going to keep it for a while.
No, as long as you're not at the point where it should be thrown away, you're like, it's important to remember because you don't want to then if you unfreeze something, you can't then like let that be thawing in your fridge for a week because it's already been up. So it's like you make it that one night and then you're done with it.
Well, allegedly 7% of Chicagoans will still be eating through today and tomorrow, but they're saying this food scientists, you have to throw it away today. The smell test is not reliable. Smelling them and seeing, that's not reliable. So we want all our listeners, we really can't lose any. So throw away the Thanksgiving leftovers today. It'd be awesome.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Thanksgiving was going great until blank. You guys fill in the blank at 312-591-8300. Call and want to hear your voices. Some texts coming in early. Richie in Naperville. I spent all morning laughing at videos of people setting their deep fried turkeys on fire. Then I got too cocky and nearly lit my garage on fire.
Oh my God.
It's going to cost me a couple grand to fix the damages of the garage.
Good Lord.
And I know if he's married, he may not be for long because I feel like that's never going to leave their relationship. I'm telling you.
I love these coming in. And I want deep fried turkey. I've never had it. It's supposed to be so good.
I haven't had it. It's risk reward. We brine our turkey, not risky, delicious. So
What if we try it in here next Thanksgiving?
in the studio?
Hell yeah.
I'm not coming to work.
Why do we have to wait for next Thanksgiving? Let's do it tomorrow.
Oh, good point.
Are there any sales on turkeys that didn't get bought? Like for jewelers,
I
let's
don't
say?
think there's a turkey shortage.
How long do you think it would take to rebuild the studio if it was on fire?
I can tell you it took 6 months just to get this already built studio ready for this show to start here. A year. Is it over a year?
Yeah, it's last October.
That's a lot of best ofs, Case. Get ready.
Literally, this studio was ready to go, but it took us 6 months to get it ready to use because it was just sitting kind of dormant for a while. So there was the old man cow studio.
I forgot about that slow one door overhaul that we had to make.
Our boss would come in. So, when are you going to the new studio? This little button here is not fixed yet. All right.
We'll get it there.
We'll get there. Get Burger on it. Get Pacheco on it. We'll get it fixed up.
They're stoked to work on anything.
Our engineers and I think if you work at an IT person, they always like to say no first. If you ask them something like, no, we can't do that.
It's kind of like as a parent, you're like, do you think you can do this on your own? Like when my son or husband can't find something, I go, so help me God, this better be hard for me to find when I get upstairs. And it never is. And you're always disappointed in them.
We're talking.
And it's on your bed. Thank you. We'll see you later.
Thanksgiving was going great until blank. Ross checked in from Gary. I had to give my father-in-law the Heimlich because he ate so fast. And it didn't slow him down at all afterward, but I lost my appetite after the stuff came out. Wow, good job. He saved a life. But yeah, it is gross when food comes back up. When you see it on the floor.
Thank you, Brian.
I can understand why.
I
understand why he couldn't eat anymore.
Have you ever had to give anybody the Heimlich?
I almost had to give myself the Heimlich because food stuck in my throat. This happened just a couple weeks ago. I don't know if I told you guys about this.
I don't know anything about this.
But it stuck in my throat, but I could breathe, but it was stuck. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I started hitting myself in the chest, and nothing was working. And I started trying to drink a Coke, and it just went out like the Buckingham Fountain out of my mouth. It was just blocked. My throat was blocked.
Well, now you know what it's like to have your throat blocked, but you're not choking.
That's right.
In case you're wondering.
Now I know.
Yeah,
wow, that sucks.
Yeah, that's what you're like. Megan, come on. It happened to you once 3 weeks ago. We still to hear about it.
Oh, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. But Kenzie, something you wanted to say that happened at Thanksgiving.
Oh, my God.
With your grandmother.
Okay. My grandma, she is a nice lady, but she just, we all know, like, our grandparents, they just, what shoots out of their mouth, there's no filter. Every time someone talks, you're like, well, I hope no one's filming this because everyone can get canceled in the room. And I don't want that to happen to them, but okay. So we're sitting there. I don't even know who she was talking about. I was not invested in her conversation, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's plenty of sub-conversations. All I heard her say is like, oh, she doesn't look very good. Like I ran into somebody that didn't look good. She goes, I don't know what's wrong with her. She looks like a cancer survivor or something. not a nice thing to say.
But a very grandma thing to say,
yeah,
though.
it's like, oh,
when you get to that age, you don't care anymore. Whatever you say, you don't care about getting canceled, you know?
Okay, not nice to say. Even worse, my aunt, the cancer survivor at the table, responded and said, what the hell is that supposed to mean? And she's like, oh, that's not, I didn't mean it like that. It just meant like something looked wrong. And it's like, and I'm just like, you know that Will Ferrell skit where like they all yell at each other and then they quietly cut on their plates? Ding, 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 ding. Let's get some cranberries. And it's just like, oh, God.
That is so good because it's like, that's not what I meant. Well, it's exactly what you said. They looked like a cancer survivor.
Yeah, and then you double down like, I just meant she didn't look good. Oh, my God.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't think the moment could get worse until she started explaining herself.
She started digging a hole?
I'm like, you need to change the subject. Immediately. Like, immediately.
So how about that Lions-Packers game?
Yeah, Lions defense.
Your grandma changed.
I just don't have a quiet family, as you can imagine.
Shocking.
This volume has come out of survival. Because nobody listened to me. I'm like, hello.
I know. We still don't listen to you. It's terrible.
I know what he does.
So did the dinner just go on normally after that, or no?
Oh, yeah. Because I tried to be 8 more people said horrible things after, but it just kicked it off, which was great.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, God.
Thanksgiving was going great until blank. Another one checked in, Laura in North Aurora. My 13-year-old chucked a football as hard as he could at his 7-year-old sister's head. No turkey for me, but just an emergency room visit. Oh,
jeez.
That sucks.
That's a bummer. That always makes me think of The Office when they were playing soccer in the parking lot and Jim kicked a soccer ball and it hit Meredith in the face. Yeah. it's a tough look.
Oh, man.
You got to be ready.
You got to be ready. Hands up.
So keep checking in at 312-591-8300. But Case has something else from his Thanksgiving. It was going great until blank. Explain what happened.
I couldn't even tell if this was weird or
and this
not.
This is not the leftover situation we were just talking about either.
No, the leftover. We're past the leftovers. I didn't get any. It's fine.
He mentally is past the fact that he paid for no food, but didn't get to bring all of it home.
Came to terms through it during the Audio Slave song.
Oh my God.
It was fine.
Really helped me get through it. So I didn't know if this was weird or not. And I said it in passing to Brian this morning, and Brian very quickly honed in on the fact that it was weird, which is that my family, who's from central Indiana, they make the 3-hour drive to Chicago for Thanksgiving. We spend Chicago here. We've done it for a few years. We love doing it. My girlfriend joins us for Thanksgiving. She joined us last year. She joined us this year. My girlfriend knows my family. We're all very close. We all get along. It's a very good time. My girlfriend's mom, who lives in Kansas City, also made the trip to Chicago this year.
That's very nice.
We were all in Chicago at the same time. My family, her mom, her parents are separated, so just her mom, all in the city, all within close proximity. Her mom did not join us for any Thanksgiving festivities.
That is so weird.
But wait, was your girlfriend with you?
With us, with the whole family. And then we're like, well, you know, like we can't change the dinner reservation because her mom made the decision to come to the city late, like close to Thanksgiving.
What did I'm sorry. So your girlfriend was with you?
Yes.
Even though her mom was in town?
Yes.
And the mom didn't join you guys?
No.
What did she do?
She hung out at home, and like during Thanksgiving, she ate a frozen pizza. And we made it very clear to her, we're like, hey, we can't change the reservation, but if you want to grab dinner with my family after the Thanksgiving meal or the next morning before my parents leave town, you're more than welcome to join us. We want you to be a part of this. Like, as I was explaining to my girlfriend, I was like, well, I plan on keeping you around for a while. You know, our families,
That's nice of you.
Our families need to meet each other and interact, and it's important to me. And I don't know if her mom had anything malicious by it, but her mom was just like, "No, I'm good. I'm gonna stay home. I don't need to meet anybody."
And by staying home, you mean at the hotel or whatever,
yeah,
right?
She stayed with my girlfriend. So
yeah,
yeah,
stayed at his girlfriend's house when your parents and your girlfriend were out eating several different meals besides Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, we were
I
living it
gotta
up.
be honest, and I love your girlfriend, but I think in that scenario, I would have had to not if you couldn't change the reservation to include her, and my mom came into town, I think I would go out to eat with my mom and meet you guys afterwards, not leave her at home alone.
Well, the situation that it puts me in is it makes me wonder because my girlfriend's now spent a lot of time with my family. You know, she stayed with us for a week in the summer, and she's just been around holidays and whatnot. What has she told her mom about my family? Because it seems like they're running a blocking pattern here to go,
Yes.
no, we don't need to get all involved. It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, eating at DiGiorno's at her apartment instead of going to Joe's, a very expensive restaurant, which they would have made room for you. Also on this, just to be clear, Case just celebrated the year anniversary dating.
Yeah, we've been together for over a year now.
So
Yeah.
it's not like you were dating a couple weeks or a couple months. Because when I started dating Megan, like I didn't go to Thanksgiving dinner at her house either. After just we were dating like 3 weeks, I didn't go to the house. That was a little bit too early.
Yeah.
But a year, and the families are in a city they traveled to.
You guys were both here. That's the thing. It's not like you had to like both travel home.
Yeah.
We made the offer like, hey, Friday morning, let's all get breakfast together somewhere. No,
Sure.
I'm good. I don't want to do that. It's like, oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
Wait,
Well,
does she like you?
the mom or
Yeah.
the girlfriend?
The mom.
I think the mom likes me.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it says a lot that she's like, I'll eat the frozen pizza instead.
I'm trying to rack my brain of what I would have done to offend her, and I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but I think we're on good terms.
Oh, well, you know, listen.
What about that scenario gives you the vibe that you're on good terms, just out of curiosity?
The one
Because I heard that
time.
whole thing and went, that's not looking good.
Yeah, the one time everybody gets together, even if they have beef on Thanksgiving
she
dinner.
traveled here and was like, I'd rather be alone.
Yeah. I mean, DiGiorno's is good.
Oh, my God,
I
it
mean,
looked
it's
awesome.
really good. rising crust, pizza is delicious.
Oh, absolutely.
And sometimes you don't want to be around people. But she traveled here and she flew from Kansas City, whatever. It's not close.
No, we picked her up at Midway, we picked her up at Midway, dropped her off at home, and then went to Thanksgiving dinner.
She didn't come in from Naperville.
No.
It's like, no, I'm just going to hang
the
out.
whole flight and everything.
No, I know. If any listeners think there's something else going on there, what do you think? You can chime in here and judge the case's
awful.
relationship.
I feel very bad for you. You guys should have just changed the rest. This woman's flying in. This is your future mother-in-law case. You have to think about this kind of stuff.
That's what I'm trying. I was all for it.
No, but you said, well, we can't change the reservation. You pick a different restaurant. You piece of crap. You live here. You can go to Joe's next week.
Yeah, but then I have to pay for it. My family was in town. They're paying for it.
That's not a great look.
It's also your punishment for not getting leftovers.
That's fair. Punishment fits the crime.
God was looking down on the situation
That's right.
and getting your uncle.
You're like the opposite of thankful and sharing and grateful.
Well, what is that? What Thanksgiving's supposed to? I thought it was just about filling your fat face.
That is about Case. He thinks it's his second birthday.
This is not headline news. Today is Cyber Monday. It's a day where Americans use computers built in China to buy products made in Indonesia. The Rolling Stones announced a 2024 tour. Challenge accepted, responded Death. Daryl Hall filed a restraining order against John Oates. Reached for comment, Oates replied, "Say it isn't so, because I can't go for that. No can do." And a new Karate Kid film will feature Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio. One thing the movie won't feature, audience members under the age of 50. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.